Fellow Southern Cameroonians, today is a great day in the annals of the history of our struggle for the restoration of the independence of the Southern Cameroons. You all have heard this day that the President of La République du Cameroon, Mr. Paul Biya, has signed a decree ordering the release of all our leaders and all other Southern Cameroonians captured within the framework of our struggle. In that same decree, he also says that all legal proceedings against them shall be discontinued. I know a good lot of you have been accustomed to me beginning my conversations with a broad smile, with laughter, sometimes with singing. Would definitely think that today I would have been dancing. But I'm not dancing. I'm not going to sing today either. Because this is a very serious moment. A moment where some people may easily misconstrue to think that we have won the war. We have won just one battle. This is one battle, although it's a crucial battle. This major victory demonstrates the power that we all have in our hands as a people. We saw in Burkina Faso how people power chased away tyrant Blaise Compaoré. We have seen how people power is rocking Togo. We have seen people power do it in too many places. Yes, we have also seen how people power is teaching our own Dumunji in Bamenda that you can't win a war against your people. Yes, the President of the Republic or of La République du Cameroon has not discontinued legal proceedings against our brothers whom they termed terrorists because he liked it so much, because he likes us so much. We forced him to vomit them out. Yes, the President of La République du Cameroon saw for himself that he had no choice at this point in time but to vomit them out. You realize that in the past couple of weeks, we have been on a serious diplomatic offensive. The chairman of the governing council of the people of the Southern Cameroon, Sisiku Ayuk Tabe, and his team have been out there talking to people. The Foley Hawk law firm has taken us to places unimaginable. Yes, you heard before, we were at the U.S. Department of State. We are, even this moment that I'm talking to you, still in New York, meeting with representatives of various countries within the framework of multilateral cooperation. The pressure has been so much, and the pressure is going to continue. Yes, there are a lot of other important meetings scheduled ahead because the march that was started is the march for the restoration of the independence of the Southern Cameroons. I know that the CPDM clerks will go out there beginning this night and tomorrow, dancing in the streets and singing. Oh yes, we told you King Paul Biya, the Messiah, they were even abusively calling Prince of Peace, has done it. Yes, what has he done? Were these people in prison by the time we started this struggle? Were these people in prison before we started laying our complaints? No. These people were detained because we had problems that needed to be addressed. So their release is for us to continue to see how we resolve our problems. And our problem we have identified is an existential problem. That existential problem is, by existential problem, I mean, we have to assert ourselves. The time for us to restore our independence is now. The train is on and cannot be stopped. This victory is an indication to you that there are several other victories ahead. So we cannot afford to stop now. I'm laughing because I recall that the government delegate to the Bamenda City Council, Ndumunji, say don't go inside Bamenda Market, go lock specifically. After they remove the seal the way put on yesterday for all money shop. Today remove all those seals and then start lock now specifically, they shed them for some people where you identify and say now leaders them. So that may they can't see, make it force them. May the sign book say we will talk, say may they no ever respect goes down again before we can make it remove those seals. You have seen, when I don't see for ourselves what the people power fit do. If people power fit force Paul Biya, make it vomit all man will be arrested. How much of Ndumunji? Ndumunji na who? They don't tell una. Say make all man shut down his shop until Ndumunji remove all the seals from all shops. And no, say strike na right. Say people they go continue for respect ghost towns because na a right. And now back to the release, where some people will begin to say, yes, definitely because the President of the Republic has released brothers and sisters from Monday, children should go back to school. I'll tell you this, the conditions have always been clear and they have been before Mr. President for a long time. One, we had asked him unconditionally release all our leaders, those of the consortium and all those abducted within the framework of this crisis. That was number one. Number two, make conditions possible and grant general amnesty to all those who were forced to flee into exile for safety. Number three, withdraw all magistrates of French expression of civil law dependence from our courts. Withdraw all intruding francophones in our educational system. And that after all of this would have been done, we will now sit down for dialogue in the presence of officials of the United Nations, the African Union, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and the United States of America. These are the conditions that were placed before Mr. Paul Biya. So right now he has satisfied one. He has released these people unconditionally. So we're looking forward to him respecting these other conditions so that we can return to dialogue. I am only one of the many John the Baptists in this struggle who will be talking about this. The appropriate persons will come to give you the clear orientations that have got to be followed. So take note. Yes, we have to jubilate because these people have been freed. Jubilate in our minds. But we don't have to thank Mr. Paul Biya for anything. Because these people have undergone pain, torture, and all forms of dehumanization for this period of incarceration. On the contrary, he's supposed to do reparation. He's supposed to pay damages to these people whom he called terrorists. So you see, Cameroon is the one rare country in the world where the President of the Republic will decree that hundreds of terrorists, I put terrorists here in quotes, should be freed from the prison to go back into the communities. So if anyone in the international circles wanted to know that that government is built on permanent falsehood, this is another very great evidence. Dear brothers and sisters, a lot of people will say the President of the Republic has freed Fontaine, Bala, Justice Aya Paul, Mancho Bibixi and the others simply so that schools should resume on Monday. That's not the only reason. You must know that King Paul Biya cannot afford to miss the rendezvous at the United Nations in September, next month. He can't afford to miss it. So he had the opportunity to see what you did in Belgium. He saw what you did in South Africa. He saw for himself what you did in Canada. He knows exactly that his delegation to the United States aborted their meeting with the people in New York because of what they already saw. So he knows what will be awaiting him in New York. Cameroon addresses the United Nations on the 22nd of September. So King Paul Biya thinks that by this he can avert the showdown. No, he can't. He definitely just can't. The Foleyhawk law firm has set up several other meetings for our delegations to make sure that this moment we take the opportunity which is ours. So while you are expecting directives from the most appropriate quarters, I must draw your attention to the fact that the showdown on New York on the 22nd of September should be one that only history will retain it. Because Mr. Biya must go back from New York with a clear message that we are gone and gone for good. Those of you who haven't taken your tickets yet, better do, because everyone will have to be in New York. Yes, the time has come for us to begin to seize what is ours. So you can see for yourselves, all of you, victory is on the way. A luta continua. God is with us.